Hello farmers and welcome back to the channel. This is a place for agricultural business owners looking for ways to make profit from the agricultural business and also thinking of starting up an agri-business. And today I'm back with another content for the channel. Today I'll be talking about the factors you should consider when getting land, especially for those that are purchasing a land for farming. Now we are done with the planting season for this year. For people that are done, now it's time to acquire farmland for the next planting season. Now it's time to start tilling the ground for the next planting season. But for those that will just be starting, they might be wondering, what should I look out for when I am getting my new farmland? And that's what I'll be talking about in today's video. Make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and let's dive in. The first thing you should consider when getting a land for farming is how close it is to the road, the nearness to the road. See, it is important. The first reason is because maybe when you're harvesting your farm produce, when you can it will be easier for you to transport it. Do you understand? It will not be far. Let me give you an example. The first land I got was far to the road, and two, it wasn't motorable. It was not. It got to a stage I had to abandon that 1 acre because one, it wasn't motorable. We have to trek down to the farm, and two, it was not near to the road. Something that is not motorable definitely is never near to the road at all, and it's a problem because once we harvest our farm produce and once we want to cultivate, we need to start carrying things on our head to get. So it's a no. So nearness to the road and the farm being motorable is important. But in some cases you might not be able to get farms that are like motorable, but just make sure, in fact, make sure the land you are getting is motorable. If the motor does not get to your farm, it should get you like 5 minutes walk to your farm. Okay, so it's very important. Also, get farm in location that have good roads. Yes, when I was starting, the road that leads to my farm was very bad. I used to spend like 1 hour 45 minutes from my house to my farm to go come in. I used to spend like that same amount of time. Aside that, before you can get vehicle that will bring you, the road was that bad. But right now the road has been fixed. From my house to my farm is like 30 minutes. So it's important to get land in a very good road network, in a good location. Okay, one, it must be near to the road. Two, it must be motorable. Three, the road to your farm that leads to your farm must also be good. Okay, the next thing you should consider when getting a land is access to water. You cannot overlook access to water. For those that are starting on a large scale, you see that you're thinking of putting borehole, you're thinking of digging well. For those that are starting on a small scale, I would suggest, no matter how small you're starting, just make sure there's a source of water on your farm. I got half acre at a certain period of time, and when I got the half acre, I got a stream. Like the land was close to a stream. You get the land, this is the land, and the stream was flowing through the land. So I was using the stream to water my crops during the dry season. So it's important. If you cannot afford well, if you cannot afford borehole, just make sure you have any source of water on your farm. Also, the one that I got that didn't have like stream, what I did, I've shared it in one of my videos. What I did was I got a GP tank, the big tank. I asked people to help me fetch water till the tank is filled. So I use the water in the tank to water my crops till I harvest. Okay, so that's what I did. I made sure I had water on my farm. Any land you are getting, make sure you provide a source of water outside rain. Don't get land and say you are waiting for rainfall to cultivate. See, we've passed that era of you waiting for rainfall before you start cultivating. You can cultivate anytime. You can cultivate all year round. I heard people saying you can only cultivate maize for a certain period of time with this period of time in the year. See, you can cultivate maize all year round if you have access to water, and that's another thing you should consider when you are getting a land. If you cannot do borehole, which is expensive, you should be able to afford a well on your land. The next thing I would suggest you consider before getting that land is herdsmen issue. Oh my God, I've gotten countless calls. Oh Julie, herdsmen are disturbing. Don't let me go there. I got a call some time ago for farm management. The person wanted me to manage his farm, and I asked some questions. How is your location? Are there herdsmen issue? It was then they were having like this crisis in that particular location. I'm like, I cannot go there. So it's important when you are getting your land, see that herdsmen issue should be the priority. Check if herdsmen attack their crops, if there are cows that do open grazing there. Check before you buy the land. If you buy the land there and you are like, okay, I'm going to fence, you will do this, my brother, my sister, you are wasting money. you will waste money. So make sure cow open grazing doesn't happen there, and that's one thing I appreciate more about my farm location. No cow disturbing or destroying our crops, no herdsmen issue. So it's important wherever you're getting your land, these two things. Anyone that wants to manage your farm, even though you're not managing your farm, if you're having herdsmen problem, you will not be able to go to your farm. Okay, so it's better you just close your eyes or open your eyes and get your land in good location. Okay, if you're farming, make sure the land you are getting or the location you are getting the land is good. No herdsmen, no cow grazing. Okay, I don't want to say about hearing, oh Julie, cow just eat. I don't want to hear it at all. So make sure you take note of that. Ask the right questions. Ask people around, does Malu come here to eat? Do people ask questions? See, you cannot go wrong when you ask the right questions. Ask people questions. Okay, aside herdsmen issue, the next thing you should consider are thieves. So thieves, yes, I've gotten several calls. Julie, how do you manage your plantain farm? Don't people come to your plantain farm to steal? No, I've not experienced theft. Instead, it's even the villagers that will call me, oh, your plantain is ready, come and harvest it. I have not. I don't know the experience of theft. I have not experienced theft. But please, it's important, as you are getting the land, if you see that, okay, that location is in a deep place where people, you feel there will be thieves around, get a security guard. Yes, get a security guard. But make sure you look around. One, make sure it's close to villages, location where the villagers can help you to even be guard. Do you understand? So what I did when I was starting out was, I was close to the villagers. I'll give them little gifts when I harvest. Then I also give them little things just to be close to them. So what they do is, in return, when they see anything going wrong on my farm, they contact me. They reach, auntie, someone's already entering your farm. Auntie, do you send this person to enter your farm? That is how I've been operating. I have not had any theft issue. So it's important you look out for these things. If you are getting land and you say, okay, it's not close to the village where or the neighborhood there, you need to get a security guard. Yes, it's important. If you are not sure if there are thieves or there are no thieves, it's important to get a security guard on your farm, because you don't have a situation whereby you commit all your funds, you put money, and it's someone else that is reaping where they did not sow. So that's why it's important to put either a security guard or you get your farm in close to the village neighborhood. Okay, so that's another thing you should consider when getting a farmland. And finally, the last thing I have on my list here that you should consider when getting a farmland is farm workers and the farm management, especially if you're not around. If you're not around, don't go and get a farm in a deep bush where to check the management from time to time is an issue. I've rejected countless offers on farm management because of the distance of the farm where the farm is located. There are some farms that I will get to, you just, because it's not motorable, you have to trek down inside thick bush. So I don't handle this management. So when you are getting your farmlands, make sure you get it in fact where it will be easy to manage, even for you, because you don't have a situation by when you start thinking, I will trek for 20 minutes before I get to this farm. Let me go to the farm tomorrow. You don't want that scenario. Okay, you want a scenario whereby, oh, I'm going to farm today, you appear unaware and your staffs will be like, Oga can show at any time. Okay, also staffs, get your family location whereby it's easy for staffs to go and manage. It's important. Aside even the staffs, you being able to monitor your staffs. If your staff see that this farm is far, Oga cannot come today, Oga cannot come tomorrow, and it's true, Oga cannot come because the farm is in a deep location, they will do anyhow, they will misbehave. But if you get your family location whereby you can drive 10 minutes, you are there, Oga can show, let's quickly do this one. So that is how it is. Okay, these are the things you should consider when getting a farmland in 2022. The distance, the nearest to road, your staffs. Hope is not where open grazing is allowed. Cows will not come and eat your crops. That's herdsman issue. The next one you should consider is water. Can you dip water here? I have some farms that I visited that they cannot drill borehole because of the kind of soil. Okay, also I'm not going to end this video without saying the soil type. Know what you want to plant before you go and acquire any kind of land. Don't first acquire land before you start thinking of what you should plant. People are not really considering soil when it comes to planting, and it's very important. Okay, don't go and get farmland before you start thinking of, okay, what should I not do on top of this farmland? No, know what you want to do. That will determine the land and the soil type you will get. Do you understand? So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you got value. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash the like button. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, and I'm going to see you in my next video.